that lifted me. When nothing else can help. When nothing else can help. Love lifted me. I'm talking about that true love. That unwavering love. That unfailing love. That agape love. That love lifted me. That love to give his only begotten son. That ain't enough to praise him all the way. You know, some of us, you go to somebody's house and you ask them if they got anything to drink. They go to the refrigerator. They may have water and tea and one soda. And they ask you what you want, and you tell them, ask them what they got, and they say, we only have water and tea. They're not going to give you that last soda. But God gave us his only son. And I'm thankful for that on this morning. Glory be to God. What he's done in my life for this opportunity. To our pastor in his absence, Reverend Sanders. Amen. To our associate pastor, Reverend Hemphill. When Reverend Neal passed away, Reverend Hemphill, she set this pulpit on fire for a year and a half. I'm thankful for Reverend Sanders coming and adding coal to the fire. And I don't want to be the one to extinguish it, so let's go to the word of God. If you could please turn to Matthew chapter 11. I'll read Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 30. Please stand when you get there. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 30. Amen. I'm going to be reading for the NIV version. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us another day, Father God, another day, another opportunity to get right with you, Father God. Father God, we thank you for the word that has been prepared, Father God. We ask that your spirit, Father God, please fall fresh upon this place, Father God. And Father God, I ask that you would please allow me to merely be a spectator, Father God, as your word is manifested through me. We thank you in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take upon my yoke and learn from me. I would like to use as a subject for this morning, give God your burdens. Give God your burdens. God wants to take care of our burdens for us, and he wants to carry our burdens, help us carry our burdens. Sometimes those burdens can be something small, like running out of wine at a wedding. Or it may be something large as trying to feed 5,000 people with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. Burdens can also come in the form of affliction. We heard the message last week about the woman with the issue of blood. 12 years she dealt with that affliction, that burden. Or it may be a burden like Moses had. Moses sort of had a speech impediment. But either way, God wants to give us, he wants us to give him our burdens so that he can help us carry them. So I know you might be asking yourself, because I asked myself this question several times. If God truly loves us, if God is almighty, all powerful, all knowing, and he loves us so much that he gave his only begotten son for us, why does he allow us to go through burdens? Why does he allow us to suffer and live in a place where a lot of people don't want to be? So after talking to God about this, he gave me two reasons for this. And one reason is that we're burdened is to make us stronger. I'm in the gym quite often. And you go to the gym, you see someone working out, you see they're making faces, and they just got the stink face all the time when they're lifting weights, and you go try to say something to them, they short talk you. They're carrying this burden of this weight because they want to be stronger when it comes time for them to perform. So while they're doing this, while they are putting in all this hard work, when they get out on their football field, they get out on their basketball court, in their boxing ring, their tennis match, or whatever, they can withstand and endure more than other athletes can because they've struggled more in the gym. The other reason why God gave me this is because he wants to turn our burdens into blessings. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the message. Amen. Let's examine this text for this morning. Jesus is asking us to come to him when we are weary and burdened, and he will give us rest. We all go through tests and trials in our lives. If you don't, you're one of those few perfect people that probably shouldn't be in this church. But if you've lived, you've been through a test and you've been through a trial. But he's telling us to take upon his yoke, because his yoke is gentle and it's easy to bear. So I had to actually study what a yoke is, because if I would have came up here trying to give this message a couple of years ago, I've been up here talking about eggs. So I found out, I studied and found out what a yoke is, and the yoke is actually a device that is used to put two animals together where they can put more power, more force into doing work. Whereas one animal would struggle, two animals would be better. And sometimes you'll have one of those animals that would go off course, or maybe get ahead of themselves, or maybe fall behind the other animal, and they cause the animals to be injured and harmed. But Jesus is telling us to take upon the yoke of him. And that way we won't be harmed, and we won't be injured. He was bruised for our iniquities. He took stripes for us. So why do we want to carry on those stripes ourselves? Amen. So my first point this morning is, if you're not yoked with God, then you're yoked with the world. Amen. Okay, there's no gray area when it comes to dealing with God. Either you're with him or you're against him. Amen. And some of us like to think we can straddle the fence. We think we can play both sides. We think we can be in the world one day and be in God's world the next day. But that's not how God has it for us to be. God told us we cannot be lukewarm. If we are lukewarm, he will spew us out of his mouth. We have to either be hot or be cold. So I was one of those people. I know some of you may go to people sometimes and invite them to church. I've invited people to church. People have invited me to church when I wasn't going to church. And one of the excuses that people give is, when I get myself right, I'm coming to church. Well, the church is a place that's meant to be like an infirmary. This is the place where you come to get healed. You don't heal yourself and then come to church. You don't never see anybody break their leg and say, oh, I'm going to put my leg back in the place, and then once my leg healed, then I'm going to go to the emergency. You come to church because you're broken. You come to church because you put that together. And the enemy will get into your head when you're out there in the world and tell you that this is a valid reason to not go to church, but it is not a valid reason to not go to church. It's nothing more than an excuse. And we must know that once we come to church, we have to live and obey God's will. And we don't know that if we're still sitting out there talking about when we get right, we come to church. So we have to come to church in order to get the word and get the knowledge of God so that we know how to handle things when we are faced with our burden.
Amen.
Thus, my second point this morning is, what do we do when we are burdened? You know, sometimes we face burdens, and we may have been removed from those situations that had us burdened. But we had never been healed from those situations. Just as I told you, when you're carrying the yoke of someone else, and that person may fall behind, you get bruised in that process. And a lot of times, especially in relationships, people get bruised in a relationship, and then they think they can move on into another relationship, and never gave themselves time to heal. They never went to God for healing. They think that they could just jump into the next thing coming and feel like that's enough for them to move on and they could be all right. But it's more, I like to tell people all the time, it's like you get a cut and you just putting a Band-Aid on it, and the cut is still bleeding. Sometimes you just have to remove that Band-Aid, and you have to deal with that cut. You have to stop the bleeding. But a lot of times we don't stop the bleeding. We don't take the opportunity to realize that we've been hurt. It takes time to heal. But what we do when we get hurt, sometimes we go to our friends. Soon as you done caught him cheating, you done caught her cheating, she done told you so many lies, he done told you so many lies, the first thing you're going to do, man, you ain't going to believe what she done did now. But let me tell you, man, I'll tell you, man, what do you think I should do? And they are going to give you the advice of the world. Why do we always seek the advice of people? And not the advice of the person who made us? It's like this. Who would go out and buy a Rolls Royce and take it to a shade tree mechanic to get repaired?
That's good, sir.
Man don't know nothing about fixing a Rolls Royce. The same way your friends don't know nothing about fixing you. Sometimes we have to go back to the person who made you, because they know what it takes to fix you back up and make you back whole. They don't know what you look like before you were broken. So God tells us to cast our burdens upon Him, and He will sustain us. We can't keep going back to people and thinking that they're going to fix us. Now, when I was in the military, you know, just like the woman with issue of blood, she bled for 12 years. Well, I'm very similar to that woman. I carried a burden around with me for almost 12 years.
Wow.
Somewhere around that time frame. She was bleeding, I was bleeding. Only difference is you can see her blood, you can see my blood.
Amen.
But I was bleeding.
Amen.
You know, as a child, I went through a lot as a young child.
Amen.
A whole lot. In and out of foster homes. Going times without eating. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot for especially a young child to deal with. And I used to always say to myself, why is this happening to me, God? Even as a young child the same age as my children are now, I was questioning God, why am I going through this? Why me, God? And God took me out of this situation and placed me with that beautiful lady sitting right back there. And you know, at that point in time, I thought, I'm healed. I am good. So all these years, I didn't know I was bleeding inside. But I'm walking around, you know, I'm happy. Because I'm eating every day. I have a stable place. I have somebody that cares for me. Not knowing that I still haven't healed from what happened to me before. And it was until I got into the military. When I got in the military and I got in this controlled environment where I had to deal with other people and their issues and things of that nature. If you ever seen the movie Antoine Fisher, that movie is almost a carbon copy of my life. Because the same type of things that he went through as a child is similar to the things I went through as a child. He went to the Navy, I went to the Navy. And that same anger that he had that caused him to strike out against people was the same anger that I had in myself too. And I didn't know I was carrying this until then. And this was like 12 years later. And it was just coming out and I found myself snapping. I had what I heard Pastor calls to that clapback spirit. You know, a lot of us, when somebody come against us, we got to clap back out. You know, that's all people, bring it on. You know, they do something to you, you got to come right back at them. And so that's the spirit that I had in me. Not knowing that this was, and I'm like, why am I like this? I had no idea. And I didn't have anybody I could really talk to because I didn't really trust those people. I was too afraid to tell people my story because I felt like they would judge me. It was until I started having conversations with God. I started going out on the back of my ship. I started sitting there. Sometimes I would get out there at 4 o'clock and the next thing I know, I look up and it's dark outside. Nothing out there but me, the water, and God. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to God, and God is sitting there revealing things to me. He's saying, my son, I took you through that because I have a plan for you. That plan is to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. This is part of the plan. This is part of the process. What you went through was building you up. It was making you stronger. Because eventually you're going to have to take what you went through and you're going to have to give that to somebody else to help them. And I was from those conversations that I had with God that showed me who I really was, that I was still bleeding. And it took for all of that for me to stop the bleeding. And at that point in my life, I came to that revelation and I was able to take my story and I could tell it to anybody. I'm not ashamed of where I come from because I'm proud of where I am right now. My final point this morning is make your burdens a blessing. So just as I was just talking about the things that I went through in the military, you know, the same way I was afraid to go talk to people because I didn't have anybody I really trust. When God started speaking to me, He changed everything about me.
That's all right.
I used to walk with my head down. People used to tell me all the time, man, get your head up. I changed the way I walk. I started walking better. He changed the way I talk. I started talking better. Whereas at one point I was talking deaf, I started speaking life. At one point when I was always talking down, I started talking up. And that changed me. And it changed everybody's perspective about me. Because at some point in time, I started having people coming to me asking for help. Asking for advice about things. There was a young man that I was in the military with. He came to me one day crying, tearing. And he was like, oh, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, bro, what's going on? And he told me his fiance sent him a letter. And in that letter was an engagement ring, too. She didn't want to be with him anymore. He told me the night when he got that letter and he read it, he said he went up to the very top of the ship. He said he tossed his engagement ring into the water. And he said he wanted to toss himself in right behind it. I had sat down and had a conversation with him, and I told him about my story. I told him about how the devil had been weighing things down on me. And how he been trying to control, how he was trying to control me, manipulate me, trying to get me to do things that he wanted me to do, and I refused to do them. But now that I have a new perspective on life, and that I'm walking a better path, I'm able to minister to you and to give you a message to let you know that God loves you. it may be a blessing in you not being able to marry this woman. Because you could have been stuck in a marriage with the same person. But it was the separation of you and her that allowed her to see who she really was. And that you don't need to be with her. And she don't need to be with you. So there's a blessing in this. So if I never would have came to that revelation myself and been able to realize what God was building me up for, I never would have been able to help this guy.
Amen.
So we have to take our burdens, no matter what they are, what we've been through. We can't be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
We can't be guilty for what we've been through.
Amen.
We can't be fearful of where we're going, of what's coming tomorrow.
Amen.
We just have to know that it's a plan. And it's going to be a blessing for someone else.
Amen.
I like to think about Moses. When Moses went through what he was going through. God asked Moses to go speak to Pharaoh, and Moses said, but God, you know I'm slow to speak. What if Moses would have let the enemy just convict him and tell him that, yeah, you are slow to speak. Don't even think about going to try to talk to nobody. But thank God. Thank God for what he has done for what he did for Moses. He assured Moses that, hey, I know you're slow in speech because I made you. So I know what burdens you're carrying. I know what I put inside of you, so it's time for you to speak up and move on from what you think is holding you back and move forward towards my plan. I want to do an illustration. Can I get a child volunteer? Pray. We all carry burdens. I want to show y'all how we look when we carry burdens. See, we take that burden of our childhood. All right, we've been through a lot as a child. So, as a child, we may have been abused. We may have been neglected. But whatever it is, we take that burden and we hold on to that burden. Right? Then after that, we grow older. We start to try to have a relationship. And in that relationship, we get hurt again.
Yeah.
And it started to remind us about what we went through as a child. And we saying to ourselves, nobody loves me.
Come on, sir.
And so we carry that burden too.
Yeah.
And then we start worrying about things. You know, maybe someone that we love has passed away.
Yeah.
Maybe we lost a mother, we lost a father. We lost a sister, a brother, a cousin, someone that was close. And it started to worry us, and then in carrying the burden of worry, it makes us sick.
Yeah.
It afflicts our body.
Come on, Deacon.
And so now we carry that burden too.
Yes.
And now we're trying to carry a sickness with us. And we don't know anything about church because if we knew about church, we know we don't have to carry these burdens. But instead, we don't know about church, so we hold on to those burdens. And in holding on to those burdens, and that burden of sickness, we have to pay doctor bills. We've been medicated. So we carry this, and now we have financial struggle. And that is what our life looks like. A jiggle puzzle. Because we're sitting there holding on to things that God has told us we don't have to carry ourselves. He told us that we can take upon His yoke and believe in what He said in His plan, and He would take that from us. And we sitting here holding on to things, and God is telling us, look, I'm trying to bless you. But you don't need to have the hand that reach out for me to get my blessing. Because you're holding on too much. But God wants to take these burdens from us. Come to my church. yourself.
Yeah.
Understand that you can take on my yoke. My yoke is gentle.
Yes.
Now I can take this off of you.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
You just have to give it to me.
Yeah.
You have to trust me that I will be able to take what you have and make it work for your good.
Amen. Amen, Lord.
Take it, Lord. Take it.
Take these burdens from me, God.
Yes, Lord.
Remove these burdens from me, God. You now whereby I have no burden. And now I'm able to receive the blessing that you have.
Amen, Lord.
So, I'm closing.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Take on the yoke of God
Yes. Yes.
and not the yoke of the world.
Yes, Lord.
Cast your burdens upon God.
Yeah.
Give your burdens to God.
Yes.
The doors of the church are open.
Yes.